Hey, what's going on, guys? Back with another video today, and I'm back with a video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time. This happened in 2018, and I know a lot of people remember this. I just think that a lot of people kind of just have it in the back of their head and they kind of forgot that this happened. But before we even get into the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos. The most recent one that I dropped, which was the breakdown, basically, or my reaction to Animals with Jid and Eminem. And I got a lot of love in the comment sections. I appreciate all y'all so much for that. I want to shout out Braden Clark. He is a member to the channel. I'll put him up right here. And I just want to take the time out right now and just let you guys know that I do have channel memberships now. If you guys want to go check those out, we got some cool emojis on there. I'm still updating stuff as we go. You get, like, obviously a badge. You get exclusive to new videos. There's different things in there for each tier. I can't remember exactly which one is for which one. But you guys can go check that out. If you guys want to support the channel, that'd be awesome. And I really appreciate it. And, you know, a lot of the videos that I make, obviously they can't make money because the music that is being played in them. So that's kind of a cool way that you guys could help out the channel. But I also want to say that I do have a script for this video. Now, I'm going to try not to read off of it, but I was thinking, like, the whole thing out, and I'm like, I never have scripts, and I always just go off the cuff. And I want to do that same thing, but I also want to be organized because I could literally talk forever. And I want to keep it more, you know, in line in a timeline. So the first thing that I want to say is some people might not know about this. Like I said, we all, what? I was about to say, some people might not know about this. We all know. Does that make any sense? No. See, I try to have a script, but obviously I'm not reading from it. But the first thing, Eminem drops Kamikaze, okay? August 31st, 2018. And that was a crazy time. Absolutely crazy time. That was right after Revival, and Eminem got so much hate for that. Basically, they just didn't like Revival. They didn't like that he was being woke or whatever it was. So M came back and just absolutely obliterated the haters. Every song basically on that album was just taking shots back, and he was just trying to basically show that he can still do it despite what people were saying. So with that being said, it was just no holds barred. Like, no matter who it was, if somebody had said something about him, he was gonna say it. And I say that because some people might be like, why would Eminem even diss NF? How does Eminem even know who NF is? You know what I mean? Some people might wonder that, especially at that time, because that was right when NF kind of was taking off. Because I think obviously NF had a couple albums under his belt. And my favorite album by NF, Perception, that was 2017. Yeah, so there's a few things on this timeline, right? So obviously in 2018, Eminem drops The Ringer, and he says something about basically, especially an effing recovery clone of me. And then in the background, he says NFing, right? So people might be like, well, he spells a lot of words. I don't really know if that's spelling, but the fact that in the ad libs he says NFing, and the first part of that about that is obviously he drops whatever words he wants to say. If he wanted to say the F word there, he would have said the F word there, but he specifically did not, and he said especially an effing recovery clone of me, which kind of is what NF is. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying from the perspective, he came from Michigan. He raps hard like Eminem. He got those comparisons early up in his career. So, and obviously if you're looking at it, like, he's the good version of Eminem because he doesn't cuss, he doesn't do anything bad. He's kind of like the good artist, you know what I mean? In terms of, you know what I'm trying to say. And like he's a Christian artist, or he was at one point. So he's saying the recovery version of me. This is obvious. You guys are probably like, shut up already, I get it. But I'm just explaining. Like, at that time, during recovery, Eminem was, you know, clean, and that was right when he was becoming clean. So he kind of made that whole album being like, I'm on the road to recovery, and I'm basically on a better path, right? So he's calling NF the recovery clone of him, people that just want to be like him in that era. A lot of words just to say that, right? So some people might be like, why would NF, or why would Eminem even take shots at him? What did NF do that would spark that, right? So the first thing that comes to my mind is 2016, NF drops a song right after a therapy session. And NF says, in a warm-up, he says, not because I'm a rap god. And that's a clear nod, like, to Eminem, because the way he says it, he says, like, people love him not because I'm a rap god. You know what I mean? Like, the way he says it is just, the first time I heard it, who else would he be talking about? There's one rap god, right? So it's like, I think that was kind of like a subtle thing, especially because he's a Christian rapper. He's basically saying like, there's one God, Jesus Christ, Lord Savior. But he's saying like, people like him not because he's a rap god. And I think he was throwing shots there, right? And you might be like, that's not a lot. But after Kamikaze, so that was the first thing, right? And then after Kamikaze dropped and he kind of went at him and said that, Eminem said that about NF. NF then went on a podcast, and I had posted this like 2019, I think. And I don't know, I don't think the video is still up that I had, but basically the guy asked, what do you think of Eminem dissing you on his new album, Kamikaze? And NF basically just says, first of all, there's no proof whether it was or was not a diss towards me. I would not respond to something that I can't prove did happen. So I think NF kind of just took the high road there. And I mean, it makes sense. There was no clear proof that Eminem did that. And some people might be like, well, Eminem doesn't send subliminal shots. And Eminem said that before, he doesn't send subliminal shots. But I think in certain scenarios, maybe it's not as subliminal, like people just don't catch it. You know what I mean? Because what else is he talking about? So that's why NF took the high road there. He's not saying anything, right? Then you get to July 2019 and NF drops The Search. And the song on there is called Returns, right? And people look at this. So he says, drop the TNA, feels like it's only me. Rip that cocky smile thinking you're close to me. Shoot you at the sky like your punchlines. So basically, Rapzilla is a source here. Not sure who the heck Rapzilla is, but this is just one of the sources that I found. It says the lines are ambiguous and not definitive shots. Likely not a diss, lyrics stay broad, right? So people were saying that because he was also saying something about team, drop the T and A. So you drop the T and A, that's EM, right? So they're saying M. He's saying it's only me, not M. But then I don't know if that's an actual shot because you just take it as TEAM, you take off the T and A, but then it's only me, M backwards is me, right? But that might be part of it. So like you never know, but that's a lot more subliminal than the one that Eminem did. And then I think it was 2023, NF comes out with the motto, from his album called Hope. And I think that some of the lines in there kind of, he's basically saying some things that people thought were shots at Eminem, kind of just the way he was rapping and things that he was saying, because I'm remind me if I'm wrong, he was saying things about he's not going to go Hollywood, or things like that. Like, he could make a pop song, he can make a whatever, but he's going to do whatever he wants. And some people took that. And then here's some fans, like, their thoughts on it on the Reddit insights. It says, somebody says, the ad lib where he basically spells out NFing proves it, that he was dissing him. And then obviously what NF said, there's no proof of that. Conclusion, it was a clever jab from Eminem. NF handled it respectfully. Right? Little help from ChatGPT on this, but I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think NF just kind of tried to take the high ground there. He didn't want to escalate things. So I think that in conclusion, it could have been a feud, but the fact that NF decided not to respond, like, clearly Eminem didn't take returns as enough of a response, if that was, to come back and say something. But it's almost like a what if scenario, because one thing that like, you listen to NF, he basically is like, I'm never gonna call someone out, but don't make me, you know, that kind of thing. So I have always wondered, like, what would NF be like in terms of a rap battle? That's something that I'm curious about, like a feud. And we all know how Eminem is with a feud, and I'm going to be completely honest, NF does not stand a chance. He does not stand a chance. Eminem has too many pockets. And I'm playing the what if game, I'm sorry, but it's fun to think about. Like, it's fun to think about the possibility of if that would have happened. And I think also, now that I'm thinking about it, see, I can talk forever. That's why I needed a script. But NF on the Hope album, I think at one point in one song, he literally says, we need more Ye, we need more Eminem, we need more Dre, or something along the lines of that. So it's like, NF clearly has respect for Eminem, and in that interview, he said that Eminem's in his top 5, if not his #1 rapper ever. So I think that NF kind of handled it respectfully, and I think that it would have been cool, would have been dope to get something like that, but at the same time, there's still a 0.0000001, if that's even a number, chance that they collab. That would be insane to have them collab. Just, I don't know how would that happen with the stuff that Eminem says in the audience that NF has. I don't know, and I know that there was a song called Epiphany back in the day, maybe 2017, NF and Futuristic, maybe, I think that was his name, and Futuristic said one cuss word, and there was a lot of NF fans that were mad. I can't listen to this in the car with my mom. I'm not kidding, that was one thing I saw. So I don't know that will ever happen, but if it would, that would be dope. And we know NF's worked with Hops and Tech 9, so those are two people that are not Christian artists, so obviously, yeah. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I know this was a blabber, just continuously talking video, and it might be boring, but I wanted to get you all thoughts on this and kind of just go over this timeline, because I remember it, like, it was crazy just being an NF fan right at the get of his career, and then being like, did M take shots at NF? Like, I didn't know that M would even take shots at NF. And I made a video about this a long time ago about Token and Eminem, the potential feud there. So let me know if you guys want me to remake a video for that, because that's another short thing in history, very short, and nothing came out of it that I think a lot of people overlook, and I think was definitely Eminem and Token taking shots at each other. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that video, and I appreciate you guys checking out this one. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and once again, there's memberships available if you guys want to support the channel. And yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace out.